Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong. I know.
Alright guys, so it's another day, and pretty much today we're gonna go do a little bit of shopping for the car. I'm gonna go pick up a couple of little things that I need. One thing that we're gonna need 100% is some type of Lexan for the windows, because we need to figure out the window situation for the sunroof and the glass that broke. One of the glasses slid out and pretty much just shattered as soon as it touched the ground. So we need to go and do that, and we also need to go to the auto parts store and go and get ourselves some switches, because we're gonna make a switch panel. So I'm gonna need a switch for the main power, I'm gonna need a switch for the fan, and I'm going to need a push button for the starter. I don't really see us needing anything else right now other than those things. If we do come up with something later, like fuel pump setup or something like that, then yeah, we'll do it. But for now, we just need a switch panel to get the car started without having to touch wires. And yeah, I mean, we'll go and get that stuff, and we'll get some stuff to make it where we can kind of do the switch panel and get everything all ready to go. And I'm gonna take you guys along with me to Home Depot and AutoZone. Home Depot. Alright guys, so back from the auto parts store, picked up a few things. So what we did was we picked up a couple of auxiliary switches, and also a push button starter switch as well. And this is one that we already had. You know, we have to keep the rice alive. No, in all actuality, this actually came in the nitrous setup. It's actually a really nice quality switch. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these switches and we're gonna just basically put it on this board right here. This is just this floor plan. You know, this is like the tongue and groove kind of like stuff you can get from Home Depot. But what I'm gonna do is I've already measured it out, and this is the size that we're going for. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just take this random material that I have, and we're gonna wrap it. Well, first we're gonna drill holes in it, then we're gonna wrap it, and then mount the switches. And basically, this is gonna be our switch panel. And it's also gonna house our gauges as well. I'm gonna put some gauges in this thing as well. So yeah, so for now, I'm gonna get started on this, and we'll get back to you when I drill the holes out for everything, including the gauges. Obviously we're not using the boost gauge, but we are gonna use this Bosch oil pressure gauge. So this is all the stuff that's gonna go in there. I might just, for shits and giggles, put this boost gauge in there, just because I have it, and kind of make a joke of it, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna get started on this, and I'll get back to you when I'm done drilling the holes. Alright guys, so what I did was I just busted out my drill set and pretty much drilled out two holes for the, it's kind of hard to see, two holes for the gauges, and I did the holes for the switches. Now, one problem that I ran into was the thickness when using this material and running this style of switch, is that it's pretty much not long enough to fit all the way through the hole. So what I did was, these are the lock nuts for the back. What I did was I just recessed it with a step bit so that they sit inside like that, so that it can still lock down. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab me some spray adhesive, spray the side that I'm going to use, which is this side right here, spray it down, and then we're going to stretch the material over it, staple it down, trim it up, and then we're going to install the switches. Just lay down a piece of cardboard just so it doesn't get pretty much all over the place because this stuff is sticky. So what we'll do is we'll lay that down and we're going to let it sit for a minute so it can get tacky, and we're going to prepare our material while that is getting tacky. And what we're going to do basically is we're going to just prepare the material for the same thing. We're going to just spray a little tack coat on it, and then we're going to apply it. All right, so here we are, finished result. Kind of like had this little idea thinking that it was gonna look good up top. It kind of came out a little crooked, but other than that, I mean, the switches look good. The gauges look pretty good. This is what it looks like on the back. And it literally cost me nothing in material and in the panel. Just a little bit of ingenuity and some switches that we had laying around. So now this will be on here like that. And we have our race panel. So let me mock this up, cut everything to size, and I'll get back to you when it's installed. And there you go. Installed switch panel in. Very simple. Everything's gonna work perfect. It's not always, obviously the top piece is not all the way in yet, but nitrous, everything works. So next we got to do is wire this thing up. It looks a little dingy right now because of the wood chips and stuff, but we'll clean it up. All right guys, so what I did was I plugged up my wire harness. I already had pre-made the wire harness and didn't film it. But all you do is you just run the wires from the ignition over, and then simply just hit the button and then push. That simple. Fortunately, I have to go to work, so that will be it for now on the DIY switch panel, which I think came out amazing. So until next time, see you when I see ya.
Oh my baby, got me staring at you. So I'm crazy, won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop, got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me. I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, lip locking with you.